Let me take you back to the 70s. When I was a boy at the Hotel St. George in Harrogate, I used to stuff mushrooms. Very simple. Years later, we used to do a more sophisticated version with porcini and with the Maxime's duxelles and the herb breadcrumbs. But either way, they're both delicious. So it's very simple. So you take your chestnut mushrooms, which we've got today, you just peel them. There we are. And then we used to dry the skins and the stalks. We used to use them to scent the Madeira sauce at the Hotel St. George. Nothing was wasted. Then take out the stalk. So we slice the stalk very finely on a tray with all the skins, up above the stove and dry them. And then when we made the Madeira sauce, the sauce chef would sprinkle them in towards the end of cooking. Oil in the pan. We fry the mushrooms, one, to release the water content. And by releasing the water content, what we do is we intensify the flavor of the mushroom. A little bit of seasoning. Always season hard. Season everything to the max. If you don't season to the max, then you've under-seasoned. Taste, 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 season, season, season. When you season dishes, season each individual component. That's the only way you'll ever discover perfection. Okay. Wonderful as a garnish, but also wonderful as a main course or as a starter. Stuffed mushrooms are just delicious. And when we've done this, then we'll make the duxelles, which is a recipe for beef Wellington, or as the French would say, à la bourgeoise. It is the most sensational duxelles you've ever tasted. They're hot. And again, season this side. Tiny little bit of mignonette pepper. Seasoning makes everything taste that little bit better. Allow the palate to dictate. The recipe's a guideline. There's that little bit of resistance, which means they're not quite cooked. Once they're cooked, we'll rest them, and what you will see, they'll release water, like resting a steak, it releases its juices. I've been in the kitchen now for almost 5 decades, and I've seen that journey from the world of classicism to nouvelle cuisine, to individual cuisine, to something called molecular, small portions. But the pleasure I take today, apart from the eating and the obvious, is the teaching. It's about imparting your knowledge, it's about sharing your knowledge. It's like the relay. You pass on the baton. You have to let go in life. So we'll now allow our mushrooms to rest and release the rest of their water. There we are. Now, the filling. We take mushrooms in the food processor. And then we put these into the pan. Once again, we cook the mushrooms down so they become dry. Remove all the water content. And by doing that, we intensify the flavor of the mushrooms. Not too dissimilar to what we did with the entire mushrooms. So therefore, we have 2 textures, the mushroom and the duxelles. You've heard me speak about patience, and you have to be patient with certain jobs, whether you're removing that burnt skin off of the aubergine. Whether you're making a duxelles, you have to mother her. You can't turn your back on her. If you do, don't be surprised if you burn her. See, what you will notice now, it's almost silent. It's almost silent. We're almost there. So the next stage of the cooking is to add the Madeira and the port. There we are. Two alcohols which complement mushrooms beautifully. But let's not forget, that's optional. And work that through. And then, once again, we reduce down rapidly to intensify the flavour. Now what we add is butter. You know my thoughts on butter? Makes everything taste better. There we are. And a little seasoning. Work that in. And the truth is, if you make it today and then use it tomorrow, the intensity is way greater because it's matured. So when possible, in a perfect world, make it a day in advance. You may ask why butter? Butter makes it deliciously rich. But let's not forget that beautiful contradiction. Butter also makes it light, not dense, just softens it. So always look for the balance when you cook. So the mushrooms have been rested. There we are. You can see the juice that they release. There we are. There we are. Take off the excess water. Okay. Now, let's take our duxelles. I'm a great believer in being generous. But let's not forget I'm a feeder. I don't like small portions. One, they don't retain heat. And secondly, by not being able to retain heat, there's no scent. When I walk into a restaurant, I want to smell food. Glorious food. I don't want a pretty picture. As I've always said, generosity should be your presentation. There we are. See, my favourite pastime is feeding people. And I enjoy feeding people more than I do cooking. But I have to do the cooking to be able to feed them. And there's something rather beautiful when you have the confidence to be generous. When you think, I go to restaurants, I look at some of those little knickknacks on the plates, with those little canapes. There's no generosity of spirit. So if you can't be generous in what you create, how can you be generous with flavour? As my first boss said to me, Mr. Reed, at the famous box tree, he said, it doesn't matter how much it costs to create the desired effect, as long as you create the desired effect. And he wasn't just talking about money. He was speaking about effort, time, giving yourself. And that's why that little restaurant in the north of England, nearly 50 years ago, won 2 stars in Michelin when Britain was a gastronomic desert. There were only 4 2-stars in Britain, no 3 stars, and less than 10 1-stars. Because they were generous. They gave themselves in every sense. They made that personal sacrifice. They made that struggle. And by struggling, they appreciated everything they created. Okay. So we take breadcrumbs, 1 clove of garlic, grated, very finely chopped parsley, into the breadcrumbs, into the food processor, to create this, and then 1 more healthy. Now what we do is sprinkle on. So there's our mushrooms, filled with the Maxim's duxelles with the herb crust. And all we have to do now is bake them. So we bake in a hot oven at about 180 for 15 to 20 minutes, depending on your oven. And then we serve immediately. And there we have it, the baked mushrooms. And just to finish with some fresh herbs. Just be generous. Baked mushrooms with a parsley crust.